Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Beyond the Veil Media. The title was Why Attention is the Real Battlefield. So, most people think attention is personal, something private, something they control. But attention has always been shaped, trained, and directed long before phones, algorithms, and screens. What's changed isn't that attention is under pressure. It's what we've lost the ability to see and how it's being shaped. Sorry, there's an airplane. So to understand this clearly, we have to slow down and separate three different layers that usually get blurred together. I'm going to walk through attention the same way I'll walk through everything on this channel. So, symbolic meaning, empirical constraint, and speculative implications. Not all truths are true in the same way. If we collapse the layers, we lose clarity, which we had just spoke about in the last video. So, symbolically, attention has always been treated as power. Ancient traditions warned about distraction, temptation, idols, veils, not because they were primitive, but because they understood something simple, such as what you attend to becomes real to you. And this is why monks trained focus before theology, why mystics withdrew before insight, why scattered attention was treated as spiritual weakness. Symbolically, attention is the doorway. Whatever passes through it shapes identity, desire, and our meaning. This doesn't mean there are literal demons in your phone. It means symbols encode psychological truth. When people literalize this layer, superstition forms. When they dismiss it entirely, they miss the warning. Now, this is where we ground it. At the empirical level, attention is finite. You can only track so much. You can only hold so many variables. You can only switch focus so many times before death actually collapses. Fragmented attention reduces memory consolidation, weakens long-term reasoning, increases emotional reactivity, and this isn't philosophy, it's constraint. And here's the uncomfortable part. Anything finite can be managed. Yes, it can be managed. Anything predictable can be shaped. This doesn't require malice and it doesn't require conspiracy. It's just how systems work. When people deny this layer, they pretend attention is free. When they obsess over it, they imagine total control. Both positions avoid responsibility. So now carefully, we move into speculation. This is not a claim. This is a structural observation. Okay, if attention shapes perception and perception shapes reality, then influencing attention doesn't require controlling the truth. It only requires controlling focus. Not what you think, but what you notice. What you ignore and what you're too exhausted to question. This doesn't mean everything is engineered. It means leverage exists. And whatever leverage exists, it gets used by markets, by media, by ideology, by technology, and by culture itself. So speculation becomes dangerous only when it forgets its speculation. And here's where people lose their footing. Some collapse everything into paranoia. Every distraction is intentional control. Others collapse everything into denial. Attention isn't shaped at all. It's just personal choice. So both eras come from the same failure, collapsing layers. One turns symbolism into literal threats. The other ignores structure entirely. Neither position can lead to clarity. Attention is where inner experience meets outer systems. That's the interface. So if you don't understand how your attention is shaped, someone else doesn't need to tell you what to believe. They only need to decide what keeps showing up. So, again, this channel isn't about telling you what's controlling you. It's about restoring the ability to notice when you're not the one choosing what you're looking at. Because the most effective influence doesn't argue with you. It just keeps you busy. Right? So, thank y'all for being here. I am so glad. And please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe and share with others that you think might find this interesting. And until next time, I hope y'all have a great day.